rightly pointed out that the whole world is in our minds. Doing is very good, but that comes from thinking. So we need to fill the brain, our nervous system, with high thoughts, high ideas. Whatever you think that will be up, जो सोचोगे वही बन जाओगे. If you think yourself weak, weak you will be. If you think yourself strong, strong you will be. On this aspect, I would request Swami Shastrajnanandaji Maharaj, who needs no introduction anymore, after what most area General Secretary Maharaj told the audience. He showed up the twin responsibilities of the principal of Ramakrishna Mission College and also the principal of Vidyapith, and during which both the institutions grew from strength to strength. So I just request you to talk on whatever you think that you will be, whatever you think that you will be. Hopefully, he will also let us know how to develop better concentration, how to have concentration of mind. Reverend Maharaj.
Om Namo Bhagavate Ramakrishna. Srinyantu Vishweyavitasya Putra Aye Dhamani Divyani Tastu Vedahavekam Purusham Mahantam Aditya Varanam Tanasat Parasta Tameo Viditvati Mrityu Vedi Namya Pantha Vidyate Ayanaya. Most revered General Secretary Maharaj, I offer my humble pranams at your holy feet. My devoted pranams to revered Swami Suparanandaji Maharaj, Swami Shantatmanandaji Maharaj, Swami Jayantanandaji Maharaj, the Secretary of this ashrama, all other senior Swamijis, Swami Tattaswaranandaji Maharaj. My namaskar to respected Sri Torun Goswami, Sri Shakti Prasad Mishra, all other teachers, guardians, and my love and best wishes for our dear students. I know the time is, we are already delayed, so students don't get worried. I will not bore you for a long time. Let me start with a story. I bought it from one of my monastic brothers. It's a story written by Nathaniel Hawthorne. The story is about the great stone face, which was a work of nature. It was formed on the perpendicular side of a mountain. When viewed at a proper distance, it resembled the features of a human face. The people who lived in the valley beneath that stone face had believed in a prophecy. The prophecy was that at some future day, a child would be born in the valley who could become the greatest and noblest person of his time, and whose face would resemble the great stone face. In the opening of the story, we find a mother and a child named Ernest. The mother lived in a simple heart as they were very poor. However, the child was dutiful and helpful to her mother. The mother told him about the prophecy. Ernest was a thoughtful child, and since he had no teacher, the great stone face had become a teacher to him. He would gaze at the stone face for hours until he could learn something. Some good personality attributes are coming from the great stone face to him. The stone face seemed to give him a smile of kindness and encouragement always. One day a tall man named Deoghar, who left the valley some years back and settled at a distant seaport, came back to the village. He was a very rich now. Everyone in the village considered it as the fulfillment of the prophecy. However, the great stone face seemed to tell Ernest, fear not, the real man is yet to come. After some years, when Ernest grew to be a young man and was marked by the inhabitants of the valley as industrious, kind and neighborly, Mr. Deoghar, whom the villagers thought to be the prophesied person, died without leaving any notable mark of his character. Naturally, people of the village changed their opinion and started to wait for the great man to come. After a couple of years, another son of the valley, who had become a soldier many years before, returned to the village. The inhabitants of the village thought that he might become the great man of the prophecy. However, again, earnest feature, that great stone face, whispered again, "Fear not, the real man is yet to come." Years passed. Ernest became a middle-aged man. There appeared white hairs on his head, but his wisdom became known beyond his belly. Many people, even college professors, came to see and converse with him. He received them with sincerity, he spoke freely, and his face would brighten and shine upon them. Meanwhile, the warrior also passed away without keeping any commendable mark of his character upon the village people, who once again changed their opinion and waited to see when the prophecy could become true. While Ernest was growing old, there came to him the news of the arrival of a great poet. The sons of the poet found their way to Ernest. He asked, "O great stone face, is not this man, the poet, worthy to be your likeness?" The face only smiled to him, but did not reply. The poet eventually paid a visit to Ernest. The poet sat beside him and they talked together. The poet had never talked with such a man like Ernest, so wise, so gentle and kind. Ernest explained to the poet his expectation. However, the poet told that he was not worthy to be the likeness of the great stone face, as his life hadn't corresponded with his thoughts. As equal in the evening, Ernest started speaking to a group of neighbors in the open air, as usual. He began to talk what was in his heart and his mind. His words had power because they agreed with his thoughts. His thoughts had reality and depth because they harmonized with the life which he always lived. The poet listened to his words and his eyes were filled with tears, and he said to himself that never was such a face so worthy of a sage as the mild, sweet and thoughtful face of Ernest. The poet instantly shouted, "Behold, Ernest is himself, the likeness of the great stone face." The inhabitants of the valley suddenly saw what the poet said was really true. Thus, the prophecy became fulfilled. I do hope this story has conveyed the intended message. Indeed, by continually dwelling on noble ideas, our characters become transformed, nay, transfigured, just as Ernest's fate was. The anecdote refers to us the concise title of our discussion, which is nothing short of a mantra of immense potency uttered by none other than Swami Vivekananda. I read out the relevant passage. Students, please listen to me. Swamiji says, what a strong words are. Swamiji says, I quote, "Man stands in the glory of his own soul, the infinite, the eternal, the deathless, that soul which no instrument can pierce, no ear can try, no fire burn, drops in the ocean, before whose glory space melts away into nothing. The glorious soul we must believe in. Out of that will come power. Whatever you think, that you will be. If you think yourselves impure will you be. If you think yourselves pure, you will be." This teaches us not strong, omnipotent, all expressed it yet. It is in me, all along, and it must and will come out. Thus, the most the glory of our real reasons for which we cannot manifest this glory. According to him, the reason is believing. We may wonder if apparently so simple an act as believing, indeed it can. We seldom pay attention to the immense power, the assertion of our real nature that brings us back to who we truly are. Ability to overcome the odds of the life, and it is certainly be able to achieve the strength. Swami Vivekananda Maharaj, one of the younger disciples of Swami Vivekananda. This illustrates the effect of negative suggestions. A healthy young man who was going to his office in the morning, 6 of his friends put question to him without letting him know, who was standing at the street corner, came near to him and said, "Look, you look very sick today. What is the matter with you?" House man went to his office and said to himself, "I do not feel very well now." But after a few hours, he began to feel the effect and was convinced that and called a doctor. The doctor came, but the man suffered for a time from the effect of these suggestions. The next day, though, I think message is again clear to all of us. Moving over the feeling that he was sick, the man ultimately became sick. Now let us listen to the second thing. I will quote Swamiji again. Swamiji said, "Goes up and down for hundreds of miles, and when that old man saw what was before him, how can I cross it? I cannot walk anymore. My chest will break." Is the road that you have passed over, and is the same road that you see before you. Soon the suggestion of Swamiji put a new lease of life in the old world, and an individual transformed his life, identifying and consequently cultivating the immense potentiality lies within him. Swamiji answers. These are the 4 steps we require to follow in our everyday life. First step, Swamiji says, feel it. Before you do anything, first you think well on it, then go through it, should go through you. And 4th, brings his primary school, at the 4th grade at his village, he got admission to a renowned senior school of the city nearby. That was the first day of his new school. Seeing the simple clothing and knowing that he is coming from a small village, other students started making fun of him. The teacher soon arrived. After the class started, the teacher told the students to be ready for a surprise test. The teacher told all students to write down 7 wonders of the world. Everyone started writing the answer quickly, that as everyone knew those things. The little boy from the village started to write the answer slowly. To be able to feel for others. 4th wonder, to be able to avoid greed and hatred. 5th wonder, to be able to become humble but courageous. 6th, to be able to become hard-working and confident. 7th, to be able to love others and serve the people in need. These are the 7 abilities, the 7 wonders of the small village boy. The teacher stood stunned, and the whole class was speechless. Today, a little boy from the small village reminded them about the precious gift that God has given us, which are truly priceless wonders. However, with a loving note of astonishment, the teacher appreciated the student and asked, "My boy, how have you come to know all these excellent things?" The boy replied calmly, "Sir, I have been told by my previous teacher that we don't need to look away to find the excellent things from the outside. God has given us all the best ones we only need to nurture it to reach our goals. Please remember, God has given the best things within ourselves. We only need to nurture all these things to reach our goals. I pray to Thakur Ma Swamiji that we become increasingly joy in the conviction of these best things that are already with us, our divine nature, and manifest the same in our thoughts, speech, and action. Dhanyavad, namaskar, thank you.
Like a brilliant teacher with 2 stories, 2 anecdotes, and 2 foundational courses, he has let us know about the power of the thought. Thank you, Maharaj.